Hey, everyone!
Hello, everybody.
Welcome to the palatial Sorgy Estate
Yes.
here in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. What season is it now?
Baseball season.
Baseball! Finally! We went through November, December, January,
6 months, I think, something like that.
5 months without the game. We went through a 5-month labor impasse.
Yeah, it was just nuts. I never thought this day would Thursday would come. I never thought that there would be a 2022 opening day at all.
Well, I knew there was going to be an opening day. We just didn't know when. They weren't going to not have a season. There was just major concern that season was not going to happen on time. And it didn't happen technically on time.
It didn't. Just only a week late. But it's been a great season so far.
Yeah, we got a season.
Yeah.
All 162 games are going to be played.
As we have Harrison Sawyer in the chat saying, "What's up?" Make sure, as you can see right there, comment who you think who will win the World Series, who you think, and who your favorite team is. We're going to be previewing some baseball and talking about possibilities on where we could go.
And we got a contest for that coming up.
Yes.
We've got a contest for it to talk about our baseball travels this year. This is the first time. I mean, we went to 3 cities last year.
Yeah.
To go check out baseball. Where did we go?
We went to, of course, Miller Park and now American Family Field.
Oh, yeah,
in Milwaukee.
4 cities we went to.
We went to Pittsburgh. We went to Cleveland. What was the fourth one?
Let's see. A little bit south of here. Baseball travels. Not MLB travels. Baseball travels.
Wilmington. Wilmington Blue Rocks.
We went to see 4 games in 4 different stadiums.
Yes. The Happy Hodag saying, "Greetings from Green Bay. Can't wait to see who will win the division. It's usually between the Crew, Cubs, and Cards." Very true. Yep. Harrison Sawyer saying, "I'm biased. Rays over the Brewers." I like that small market setup.
I would love that World Series as well.
Traveling, it's awesome. We love
Harrison.
Traveling.
Absolutely. So we're going to do a contest coming up talking about where we're going to games.
Yes.
But first, this little, not as little as he used to be, little man. I was looking at old baby and toddler pictures of you in baseball uniforms.
I was a lot smaller. This is my first time throwing on the pinstripes for the year.
Yeah.
Super excited. Of course, Harrison said the race. He's working for them now.
That's true.
You're going to Fenway in August.
Oh, dude.
Awesome.
Yes. So we now should hand the baton over to you.
Yes.
To discuss where the 2022 season.
Yeah. So I'll just, unless you have something.
Tell you what, we'll start the contest now.
Okay.
We'll just very, very, very quickly describe it. And we'll get into more of what we could be doing with our baseball travels coming up.
Yes.
But we've got a contest. If you can correctly guess where we're traveling this year for baseball.
Yep.
We're going to send you a postcard from that location.
Yes. And Philadelphia does not count.
We live here. This one's going to be obvious.
Yeah, I think we've got some plans for some Brewers fills. I think we're going to be filming 1 game.
Potentially. We'll see.
We'll see. We've got some plans.
But we're not telling you where we're going.
Yeah.
And even if you think you know, you don't know. Because we don't know. We don't fully know. And you know why we don't fully know?
Why?
At least for most of these, we haven't bought the tickets yet.
That's true. We
haven't bought the transportation yet.
We're 99% sure on a lot of the spots we're going.
Right.
I think we're pretty set on we're going, but you're going to have to, number one, watch the travel vids. And I think we're going to have, and make sure you go follow the Stories Instagram, because I think we're going to keep you up to date on where we are.
Potentially. We'll see.
Hopefully.
We'll see.
And also, we do have a Patreon coming soon. We're working on that.
Mhm.
So
And some merch.
yes.
So be patient. We're going to get to that very soon, hopefully. But let's get to the preview.
Yes. So
2022 season.
let's just start NL.
National League.
Yes.
Tell us, as Anthony talks, tell us who you think is going to win each National League division.
And make sure, I see 5 watching, make sure that you comment and
Stick a like on us, too. I
Yes.
appreciate that, if you can do that.
So here is what I'm thinking. We'll start with the NL East.
Mm-hmm.
I think you have 3 teams that are going to make the playoffs. Everyone in the comments, guess who the 3 are. I think you all would know this, but
Okay. And we should also quickly explain, Major League Baseball has expanded the playoff field this year. You're going to have 3 division champions in each league making the playoffs.
Yep.
And then 3 wildcard teams.
So happy to see them going to 12 teams.
So glad it's not 14.
Yes.
That's too many.
So in the NL, Brewers Dodgers win. Okay. And in the East, anyone have a guess for 3 teams from the East that make the playoffs? I'll run through them quick. You have the Marlins, Nationals, Phillies, Mets, and Braves.
Mm-hmm. The defending world champions.
Yes. So it's going to be a good division.
Mm-hmm.
And the battle is going to be interesting. But I think so. Yeah, it's going to be very interesting, and so many great teams. I'll just go ahead and say it. Oh, here we go. Braves and Phillies. Harrison,
that's your guess, Harrison.
You have 2 of the 3 correct. The third, the New York Mets. 3 very good teams. I really don't know who's going to come out on top. You look at the Braves, defending champs. I mean, what else can you say? The Phillies.
Mm-hmm. But they also don't have all the weapons they had last year.
Freddie Freeman is gone,
Mm-hmm.
but they got Matt Olson. Not as good as Freeman.
True.
But they traded for Olson, so that's a good move. Still have some good power on that roster, especially pitching power.
Agreed.
Guess who else has pitching power? The New York Mets. Max Scherzer, Jacob deGrom. They lost Syndergaard. We'll talk about him later.
Okay.
But, man, that is just such a great duo. But on the other side, you have the Phillies with no doubt about it. I think the best outfield in baseball.
Okay. Wow.
With Castellanos.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is, and also consider that Schwarber might be DH some games, but.
Reminder, the National League has now added the designated hitter.
Yes. I think it's going to be, when you have Castellanos in left, Schwarber center, Harper right,
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure.
That's a loaded group.
If Nick, our moderator, I don't know if you're in here, you might have plans tonight. If you're in here, tell me if I'm right on that outfield. And the Phillies have a really good team otherwise. You've got JT Realmuto, you have Rhys Hoskins, Gene Segura, Alec Boehm. They're stacked.
The fact, too, that they got off to such a strong start.
Yeah. 2-0.
I mean, it's the equivalent of 12 minutes of a National Football League season, their current record, 162-game season. But that first game that they won against the Oakland A's, which we saw here in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
We didn't go to the game, but we saw it. I think is very descriptive of the type of baseball you're going to see this year from Philly.
Yeah, second game, 4-2 they won, but the first one.
The very first batter, the very first time, I should say, Kyle Schwarber comes up as a member of the Philadelphia Phillies. He hits a three-run home. They are going to have ridiculous power. They're going to have ridiculous bats.
It's my grandma. My mom wanted to. She had family over earlier, so that's
they're going to have ridiculous bats this year.
Yes.
Their question mark is going to be their pitching staff. They've got one supremely legitimate guy in Zach Wheeler.
Don't sleep on Aaron Nola or Kyle Gibson, though. Don't sleep on them.
The question mark, though, is definitely Aaron Nola.
Yeah.
If Aaron Nola can get to a level where, this was brought up on I work with KYW News Radio here in Philadelphia. This was brought up on our sister station, Sports Radio WIP. Aaron Nola is going to be the key, I think, for this Phillies team.
Doubt.
If he pitches the way he pitched last year, for example, they're in trouble.
Yeah.
If he pitches to the best of his capability that we've seen him pitch before, this will definitely be a playoff team, because then you will have two very solid starters, and they'll have enough of, I think, a batting lineup that can make up for the rest.
Yes.
I think at least.
Oh, and by the way, quickly, if you want to know, if you want to even more of a sneak peek into our baseball travels, make sure you go check out our interview with Yost Malone, where we talked about...
No! Don't do that! There's going to give too many clues!
There's nothing.
No! Don't do that!
Okay. And as Harrison Sawyer saying to Nico saying, Harrison saying, "You Yankees fan." Harrison is not a big fan of the Yanks, but there are plenty of Yankees fans on his channel. So
yeah, who enjoy this channel? There are definitely, and I'm going to make an admission, which we've discussed before on this channel. I grew up being with the Yankees as my American League team.
Oh yeah, I'm not a Yankee fan, but they're like my quote unquote AL team. The
reason being is because my grandmother, before the Braves ever moved to Milwaukee, was a Yankees fan. They were always a huge group of Italian-American players, me being full-blooded Italian-American. A lot of Italian-American players who played on the Yankees. Joe DiMaggio, Tony Lazzari, later on, Phil Rizzuto. I mean... Yogi Berra, absolutely. Big Yankees contingent that always played on that team. And she would always go to New York on business. And every time that she and my grandfather would go to New York, they would always do two things for fun. They'd go to the Metropolitan Opera. I can't stand opera. They'd go to a Yankees game. And that was a connecting point between the two of us, especially in my grandmother's later years. So that connecting point happened when the Yankees started winning 4 World Series in 5 years in the late 1990s going into 2000. So that made me a bit of a Yankees fan. Not as much now, but a little bit.
So, for my prediction for the AL East, I think Phillies fans have convinced me.
For the NL East, yes.
NL East. Phillies fans have convinced me to go with the Phils to win the East in a very, very, very close race. It's going to be tight.
Pending the health of the New York Mets starting rotation, I got to take the Mets. If they're healthy, you have to take the Mets.
Yeah.
They are way too loaded at way too many positions, as well as in that pitching staff, especially with that starting pitching staff. They have fewer weaknesses than the Phillies do. If the Mets have massive injury issues, the issues with Jacob deGrom and with Max Scherzer, if they have those issues, then the Phils have a window. Then the Braves have a window. But frankly, not just the East. If they're healthy, this is the Mets' National League to lose.
Exactly.
Harrison Sawyer, NL East, AL East, pretty close with how loaded the teams are, except for the Yankees. LOL.
And we have Stat Sheet Sports American Football Network. Thanks for hopping in, saying go Nats. We down 4-0 in the fifth, though. Brewers lost 9-0 today. There was some controversy hit by not Eagles. Cubs. A Cubs pitcher, I have no idea who it was, intentionally hit Andrew McCutchen. Bench is cleared. No fight.
Kutch!
Yeah,
Why would you intentionally hit Kutch?
I mean, it's Andrew McCutcheon.
No, one of the nicest dudes in the sport.
I love Andrew McCutcheon, one of my favorite players.
Before he even became a Brewer, let alone now.
Yes. Harrison, how many ballparks? I'll say more. Let me think. Actually, I don't know how many. We know about Brewers games, but who knows if we're going to go to
all that we're planning.
Yeah, we have Brewers games, but who knows if we might go to, I don't know, anywhere for another game. There is
Nick the Legend. Nick the Quick.
You're our new moderator. Nick, I picked the Phillies to win the East. Mets and Braves in the wild card.
I'm picking, when it comes to the NL East, the Mets pending health, but the Phils have a chance to sneak in and win the division if there are huge issues with health with the starting rotation for the Mets. And I think they're going to be a playoff team as well.
Yes. Next, the Central, I think we are in agreement on one. Oh, I love that idea.
Uh-oh.
Love the idea. All things Nats.
Ooh.
Well, you're a pretty big Nats fan.
That you are.
Sheets Sports. So, I think that's a pretty good idea. Now, Central, I think we're in agreement on who the champ is.
It's Brewers. Let's go on.
Yes.
No.
No other teams. So Pirates, Reds, you can eliminate them. Oh, by the way, great quote from Nick Castellanos.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a college degree. I hit baseballs. Great quote. Now all the Phillies players are wearing T-shirts with that.
Oh, jeez.
You can buy T-shirts with that on it.
Yeah. I mean,
I love it.
To the NL Central itself, the Cardinals are going to give them a run.
That's true.
I think if you take the last two games as evidence, the Cubs will give them a run.
Yes, no doubt about it.
I think the Brewers have too many pieces already in place to be able to not be a playoff team this year. I think they're probably going to be the worst of the three division winners in terms of overall record.
Yeah. Nick is correct. Yeah, I listened to the tail end of the game while I was talking to Nick earlier. Corey Knable, 2 straight saves. Former Brewer, 2-time All-Star with the crew, I think. Mm-hmm. Yeah, 2-time All-Star.
Sounds right.
So, yeah, in the Central, I think both the Cardinals and the Cubs will give the Brew Crew a run for their money.
It's going to come down to the last week, I'm sure.
It will be.
Which we're used to.
Yeah. But then we have the West.
Oh, but just let me get one last thing.
Okay.
Think of it, Brewers fans. 5 straight years in the playoffs.
Just absolutely amazing.
For some franchises, that's normal. For the Brewers, that is twice as long as the longest previous streak in franchise history.
Longest streak was 2.
Just bonkers.
Okay, so here we go.
Okay. Your guesses, Harrison, are Tampa, you're saying Baltimore.
Okay.
Because that is close to us. That is about 90 minutes away. You are guessing Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati.
Okay.
You are guessing Yankee Stadium.
Okay.
And you are guessing White Sox, Cubs, if we're going to Milwaukee for a Brewers game. So you're guessing Milwaukee. You're guessing the White Sox and the Cubs.
Now, are we doing just Brewers? Is this just for Brewers?
This contest, we could be going to any one of a number of different stadiums.
So are we? So is
this is beyond Brewers. This is all. This is Major League. This is minor league. This is all of it.
Now,
doesn't have to include Brewers game. You've got to guess where we're going, and you're not going to know the answer until we release the videos.
Yes, and should I say what divisions the Brewers are playing?
But postcards are coming in. No, don't make them do the work. Make him do the work. So
I feel bad making you guys do the work, but
no, don't.
So then West.
National League West, which looks like a 2-team dogfight.
Dodgers are going to win it. The Padres. Giants are pretty good.
Yeah.
But remember, they did lose Chris Bryant.
That's true.
He's now a Rocky. I don't see the Rockies or D-backs doing anything. Oh, by the way, Arizona, great stadium. Make sure you go check out our video from there.
Absolutely. I mean, great stadium and really friendly people.
Yes.
Really friendly people from our experience.
So,
I give them kudos. Dodgers are in. They're in the playoffs.
I'm debating in between the Giants and Padres.
So that of the wild card spot?
Yes, for the final wild card.
Okay.
So yeah, that's and we're counting minor league too. So that's,
yeah, we mentioned that.
I forgot about that.
Tampa Tarpons, by the way, first game ever with a woman as a manager.
Yes.
In major or minor league baseball. Fantastic. So I give them major credit. Now, if you are watching this on replay, you have to have made these guesses, and we mentioned this in the description. You have to have made these guesses within 24 hours of the start of our live stream, which was Saturday night, April 9th, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time.
Yes, because videos will be coming not too long from now.
Right.
So we want to kind of... I'm not going to give you an exact timeline because I don't think it...
No. Don't even give me any idea.
So
any idea.
Okay.
Our first travel may not be till June.
Oh, okay.
So we'll find out. We'll find out. So we've got our National League, 6 playoff teams.
So let's run back through it. Phils, Brewers, Dodgers win the divisions, and then I'll let you decide on Padres.
Oh.
Actually,
I
want your opinion. I think I'm going to go Giants, but what do you think? Because consider Tatis was injured last year, so maybe he'll still be injured. And they lost Chris Paddock.
He probably won't be as hurt. I'm going to go Padres with that.
Okay. It's a 50-50 thing for me. I'll roll Giants here. So we'll say 1-2s are going to get first round buys. So we'll say Dodgers, Phillies.
Okay.
Get the bye. Brewers play the Giants and the Mets play the Braves.
Okay.
That's your NL.
All right. Let's talk American League.
Yes. AL East, right off the bat, give me the Tampa Bay Rays.
Harrison, your squad.
Yes. In the wild card, I forgot the Blue Jays. Oh.
They've improved.
I forgot about that.
They have improved.
They got Matt Chapman now. Oh, man. Now I'm starting to rethink this.
Okay. He studied more about these teams than I honestly have. I will tell you that.
You have 4 teams that could actually make, and that's crazy to say. Not all of them will. So let's get back. Because I'm gonna have to think on that.
All right.
The wild card for the AL, I'm gonna do at the end. I'm just gonna give you division winners because there's gonna be a lot of teams mixed in there.
Okay.
AL Central, I think it's gonna go to the Chicago White Sox
with an improved Minnesota Twins team.
Yeah, don't forget
they're
about
going to be improved, but the White Sox are going to win that division.
Yes, and then in the West you have the A's. No Matt Chapman, no Matt Olson.
Yeah.
No Sean Manaea. You have no starting pitcher, no number 1 starting pitcher. Got rid of their first baseman, got rid of the third baseman. So
do the Texas teams have it?
They did. So Houston is a candidate. Rangers did get some guys.
Okay.
But they've been getting guys for the last couple of years. Not much has gone down. They got Corey Seager, but I think he's actually been overrated the last couple of years.
Okay.
So I think it's in between the Houston trash can bangers.
I knew that was coming.
Houston Trash Tros.
I knew that was coming.
Los Angeles Angels and
as Bob Uecker would say, the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim in California, home to Disneyland.
Yeah, essentially. With all those name changes they've gone through. And then, yeah, Harrison in agreement. And then you have the, so I think it's down to those two.
Mm-hmm.
I watched a video by the great, if you watch Dodger films, you know Austin Kletchka, Spidey.
Mm-hmm.
Did a opening day vlog. And I'm gonna go with Houston to win the division.
Okay.
Actually, okay. Man, now I'm kind of debating because I forgot they lost Correa. We'll still go Houston. Okay. So now the wild card. We have... Okay, let's get back to the East. We have Boston. I think they're going to finish 4th.
Okay.
We have the Yankees, who will finish 3rd.
We'll quickly interject the continuing trashing of the Trash Tros from Harrison Sawyer. Lovely.
We have the...
He's thinking.
Rays, I'm sorry, Harrison, in 2nd, and the Toronto Blue Jays in 1st.
Uh-oh.
So, and that is going to be like where it comes down to a tiebreaker situation. Mm-hmm. That close in between the Rays and Jays. They rhymed. So, awesome. I didn't even realize. I just was saying it. So, that'll be interesting. But, it's a tough one.
I think the American League is going to be extremely balanced.
Yeah.
Unlike the NL.
Let's look at the wild card.
Okay.
We have from the AL West in the okay.
Harrison's saying, yeah. That makes a lot of sense. The idea of them winning by very few single digits, winning that division. That's a real reasonable pick.
Drum roll, please, for the wild card candidates. The Boston Red Sox are still a candidate. The New York Yankees or Red Sox out though. So it's down to the Yankees, the Rays, the Twins, and the Angels. One will be knocked out, and the one being knocked out, the Bronx Bombers.
Yeah.
No playoff
in the playoffs this
year. New York. Man, that must hurt another year without the playoffs for Yankees fans. But I think it happened. So let's look. So we then have, as the number 1 seed, I'm going to go White Sox.
That makes a lot of sense. If Houston and New York miss out, you'll be so happy. You're like about half of baseball fans among America.
So, with the number 1 seed, Chicago. Number 2, Toronto. Number 3, Houston. Number 4, Rays. Number 4, Twins. 5, Rays. 6, Angels. So you have Angels, Trash Tros.
Okay.
And Twins against the Rays.
All right. Ooh, based off what we're seeing with the seedings of the playoffs that you're describing.
Twins Rays would be a heck of a series.
If I had to pick a World Series between all that, I think, and you and I have discussed this concept already off camera this year. I think your World Series is going to be the smaller fish in the big markets.
Oh, yeah, we had talked about that. I threw out that idea.
Either Mets, I could see it being Mets, Angels, or Mets, White Sox.
Ooh, okay.
I would love either one of those, except for the fact that it doesn't involve the Brewers. But I don't think the Brewers, assuming health with the Mets pitching staff, I don't think the Brewers would measure up in a 7-game NLCS.
Yeah, so
and that's if they get there and beat the Dodgers.
Let's break it down quick. Okay, so you have the Brewers, we said, are the number 3. So,
and they may have the best pitching staff this side of New York.
Yes. And Brandon Woodruff today.
That's one game.
True. Wasn't happy with his performance, 4 runs.
I mean, he's still ridiculous.
Yeah. So, hopefully it is a new season. It is a new season. I'm just saying. Hopefully he's still good.
All right.
Now, let's kind of start to think about playoffs here. So we have in the NL.
Mm-hmm.
Who did I say are the 4 and 5? I had Mets Angels. Or Mets Braves.
Mets Braves. Mm-hmm.
The World Series champions are going down to the Mets.
They got so hot last year. It all depends on who gets hot, but you really can't predict that. In a normal setting, especially without Freddie Freeman, they're not beating the Mets.
Yeah, and especially Acuna's been dealing with some injuries. He's been in some trouble. So I'm really feeling the Mets as the 4 seed. Brewers, Giants. Yes, the Brewers are about at the same level they were last year, talent-wise. The Giants have gone down in talent, and the Brewers still won the season series.
Yeah.
So I'm going to roll Brewers.
Smart move.
So we have Brewers, Phillies, NLDS. Here we go, Nick. Here we go. Nick and I have already talked about the NBA and Bucks Sixers. Imagine Bucks Sixers in the playoffs.
That's going to be ridiculous. Yeah.
And Brewers, Phillies in the playoffs. And Packers and Eagles were playing in the regular season. That is just crazy.
We're going to need to hire security this year.
Yes.
But I would say...
So, Brewers, Phils, Dodgers, Mets. What a slate of matchups in the NL.
Right.
Brewers, Phils comes down to a coin flip.
I take the Brewers and their pitching staff. I take the Brewers and their pitching staff.
The Phillies have such a good rotation. Nick and I went back and forth for a while, actually debating on that about who has the better pitching staff. And the Brewers do have 4 good pitchers. So
there you go, Harrison.
They have 4 great pitchers in that starting rotation.
That's why I say the Brewers take that series.
But the Phillies have the bats. The Phillies have those bats.
I'm not worried about them. Not with that pitching staff.
You're convincing me to go Brewers here.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go with you because I don't know who to pick. That's one that. How long will the DS be? Still 5?
The division series is still going to be 5 games. Mm-hmm.
So that means that we'll have. So I would say Brewers Phillies goes 5.
Oh, easily. I agree with that.
Mets Dodgers.
That's got to go 5. Assuming health.
I think if the Mets are healthy, they can take down the Dodgers. Someone's got to do it. 1 year. Mets, I think, are gonna have to do. That's their job. No one ever takes down the Dodgers. No one since 2019. This would be 2020, 2021. The Dodgers won the World Series both years, didn't they? Or no, Braves won last year.
Braves won
the
last
Dodgers
year. They won
made a
2
run.
years ago. Mm-hmm.
So since 2019, no one has knocked out the Dodgers in the divisional series. 2 straight years. They've been in the CS before in the championship series in 2017-18. they made the World Series.
But again, pending health, they've also never faced a pitching staff as good as the Mets, if they're healthy, will be this year. They've never faced that kind, at least in the CS round.
Think about this. Max Scherzer was on the Dodgers last year.
Yep.
They know each other. They know each other.
You can know Max Scherzer all you want.
But
you can know how good of a pitcher he is. You can know what he's going to throw. You still can't hit it.
But guess what Max Scherzer... No. Guess who Max Scherzer knows?
The Dodgers.
The Dodgers' newest addition, Freddie Freeman. They've been in the same division for years. So, I'm going to give that advantage to the Mets because Max Scherzer knows a thing or two about Freddie Freeman.
Harrison, are you Team Pineapple or not? Let us know.
We always talk about that for no reason. For no valid reason. But yeah. I'm rolling Mets. Brewers Mets in 7. That's so hard. The Mets are so good. But the Mets, hold on. The Mets offense and the Brewers offense, they both aren't that good.
Right. But they're not. The offenses aren't playing each other.
That's true.
It's who's going to do better against which pitching staff.
I'm just saying that they're both just team-wise pretty even.
No, Mets would have a better pitching staff.
I mean,
not by much, but they do.
Mets have quality, 2 quality pitchers. The Brewers have 4. So okay, the Mets have 2 pitchers up.
The Mets have 2 pitchers who'd be on the second floor.
The Mets have 2 pitchers on the screen up to here. So the Brewers have 3 right there.
And 1 there.
1 there, 2 there. Hauser a little below. So
I'd have to go Mets.
It hurts me to do
I don't want to. I'd have to.
So we'll say the Mets take it as painful as that could be. And I know that Nick, if you're still in the chat, tell me what you think. If the Brewers beat the Phillies, but then play the Mets, who are you cheering for? Your arch rival? Or the team that just beat you?
I think he might be too teary-eyed to even watch any games for the next week.
Well, that's
I wouldn't blame him.
That's how
I wouldn't blame it.
When the Brewers were eliminated, baseball essentially, for me, goes off it goes off. Like, the team that we lost to, I don't watch until the World Series.
By the way, everyone who's watching, tell us who you're predicting to make the baseball playoffs, who you are rooting for.
Yes.
And go into the description of the video and you'll see the contest that we've got going.
Yes. So, yeah, Mets are heading to the World Series.
I agree.
In the AL, 3-6, Trash Stars Angels.
That being the new wild card round.
Gimme the LA Angels.
Okay, I would agree.
Because they're division rivals. And the Angels know they're in the same division, that's what I'm saying.
You can know everything about a team, but it's a matter of beating it.
And the Angels got a stacked lineup with Mike Trout, Anthony Rendon, and Shohei Ohtani.
They have a stacked 1/3 of the lineup. Where are their weaknesses?
Well, they do
They got a lot.
They have David Fletcher. He's pretty good. Joe Adell, not rookie anymore, but who's known to be the next Mike Trout. They've got Jared Walsh, who's good, but the pitching staff is kind of weak. But to be fair, the Trash Stars, my bad, lost Justin Verlander. So
that's I'll go with the Angels, but I wouldn't necessarily bet the house.
No, what? Did they lose Verlander? Who was the guy? No, they lost Zach Greinke, not Verlander.
That's right.
They lost Greinke. My bad.
All right.
So,
Okay.
4-5.
Mm-hmm.
Rays Twins. Oh!
Rays.
You don't think it's going to be that tough of a series to pick?
No.
The Twins are so stacked, but I think I'm going to have to go.
They're not stacked. They're improved.
Their outfield is like they Byron. Okay, in their line, Byron Buxton,
Mm-hmm.
Carlos Correa.
Yeah.
They got Mitch Garver. They got the man from Germany. If y'all play Wordle, there's a version called Wordle. It was a twin, and I guessed every single country on that team except for Canada. I looked up on Baseball Reference because I don't know I don't know a lot of players. I mean, I know starters, but I mean, I don't know the. Oh, by the way, everyone in the watching, all 5 of you, make sure you comment.
Please.
So yeah, that is a interesting. You got Kepler. So yeah, I guessed every country. I guess Puerto Rico, Virgin Islands, Venezuela, Colombia. I guessed like Dominican Republic. I guessed all the countries. Japan, and it was
baseball taught you geography so much.
And it was the guy from Canada who was at the bottom of the roster. Who the age in between the game and Baseball Reference was messed up. I'm like, but now it can't be messed up because it's.
Okay.
The teams have played. So I'm going to still go Rays.
Mm-hmm. So Rays and Angels get to the division series.
Angels is a 6 seed. Are they reseeding or going bracket?
I believe they are reseeding.
So Angels, White Sox.
Easy.
White Sox. Let's go, White Sox.
Yeah, that's an easy pick.
Chicago's proud of you.
Okay, so White Sox win that series, and then you've got Jays Rays. Oh man, that's one where, again, because the teams know each other, could be more competitive.
Harrison, I'm sorry, but okay, Blue Jays.
Why would you put
play ball?
Okay in a fight song? Just okay. Okay, Blue Jays, you're okay.
They're saying, okay, Blue Jays, let's play ball. Like, okay, let's do it. We're ready.
It still doesn't make me want to get excited. Just me, just thought.
Fly ball, seagull.
So you're talking Chicago, Toronto.
Ooh.
White Sox, Blue Jays in the ALCS.
White Sox.
Yep.
White Sox. Let's go, White Sox.
So we're talking a Mets-White Sox World Series.
Winning the World Series.
Mets, assuming health.
The New York Chicago White Sox. I okie doke, y'all. Give me the South Side Squad.
That would be fun to see. If our Brewers can't make it, that would be fun to see.
That'd be a great one. But I'm really, at the same time, would it be sad to see that because I want to see small market teams. I want to see Tampa. I want to see the Brewers. I want to see San Diego. I want to see the smaller team.
Have you ever seen, and I know the answer to this is yes, the New York Times fan heat map of...
That's true. That's fact. That's actually fact.
That describes the most beloved team in every zip code of America. The White Sox, I don't think even have anywhere in Chicago.
No, they have like...
Or just a little smidge. They're a small market.
The Mets...
They have an even bigger problem. 0.
Here, look up the map.
Those are small market teams.
Someone look up the map and tell us if there's Chicago, if the White Sox are on. It's a New York Times great map. They do that for all the time. They do. It's a little outdated, but it's shocking to see.
Still accurate, I'm sure.
Okay, yeah.
All right, we're gonna zoom in. Look at this. Yeah, the White Sox have Chicago South Side and a little bit of the Birds.
They have more than Chicago South Side.
Chicago South Side and a little bit of the Birds.
Do I not see that pattern there in that black?
That's a mix. Yeah, you probably get a little bit of the.
They have a lot, actually.
Well, they have a lot of.
For any of you who know, any of you who know a thing or two, they don't go into indie, or any of you who know a lot about, Chicago and Illinois, like, it's in Chicago a decent amount, but it's kind of surrounded by the Cubs.
I would say of the 9 million metro area of Chicago, the White Sox probably get about 3 million. That's about 20th in terms of metro areas for Major League Baseball teams.
I want to.
That's small market.
I kind of want to zoom in more on Chicago.
But the city of Chicago is maybe like 3.5 million.
That's true.
So
if you look at you only really have the close. So, like, for example, Joliet is actually White Sox.
Yeah, that's true.
So, but it doesn't go that. Does that go into Indiana?
It goes into Indiana just a smidge.
Yeah, Gary's Chicago Cubs though. So yeah.
Yeah, it's 2/3 Cubs to White Sox easily, just in Chicago. So you're talking they've got 1/3 of the market. That's about 3 million people.
Everyone.
They're small market.
Yeah.
Compare that to New York.
The Mets.
And the Mets.
I feel bad
literally
for Mets fans.
Nothing.
Literally, Citi Field is Yankee territory.
Citi Field is Yankee territory.
It's crazy.
It's sad.
Like, can you look on the zip code of Citi Field and see the percentages?
The zip code of Citi Field is more than double Yankees to Mets. More than double.
53% Yankees, 25% Mets, and 5% Red Sox. That's the top three.
You go into Manhattan, 3-1 Yankees. Staten Island, 2-1 Yankees. Brooklyn, 3-1, sometimes 4-1 Yankees.
Wow.
Now, granted, you're talking a metro area of about 20 million people. So a 3-1 Yankees-Mets mix, you got about 6 million Mets fans.
Yeah.
Now, but if you go to Jersey, it's 5-1 Yankees. Bronx, it's about 4-1 Yankees.
What about at Yankee Stadium?
Yankee Stadium, oh my gosh. That's like 6-1 Yankees.
Wow.
So you're probably talking Mets being about...
There are more Red Sox fans than Mets fans in that zip code.
So you're probably talking about 4 million Mets fans, maybe among the 20 million in New York. So that's about a mid-range team. So you're talking mid-market versus small-market World Series, even though it would be the two biggest metro areas in America, 2 of the 3 biggest in America.
Just think about that, though. There are more Red Sox fans in where Yankee Stadium is than Mets fans.
Yeah. I don't want to say it's pathetic, but it is. So, and that's not the fault of the Mets. That's the fault of the Yankees having won 26 World Series. That's the fault of the Yankees being the most historic, the most societally threaded sports franchise in America.
Yeah.
It's called being the team that every franchise in sports compares themselves to. When Vince Lombardi made the Green Bay Packers what they were in the 1960s, he said, we're going to make the Packers the Yankees of football.
27 talking about the championships. We get it. We get
Thank
it.
you, Nico.
We get it.
But I hope you at least appreciate that we're trying to be accurate with it.
Yes.
And that we're trying to convey just how crazy Yankees demise. And we thank you for sticking with
Yes.
us, Nico. Thank you.
Yes, and yeah, I'm sorry we don't think the Yankees are making the playoffs. It's just your division is so stacked. That's all I can say.
Okay, so we've got a Mets White Sox World Series.
I've got the White Sox. White Sox. Go, White Sox.
And pending health, I'm picking the Mets.
Okay.
So, but we're pretty close on this.
So we've been going for 50 minutes now.
46 minutes, yeah.
Well, it says 50.
Okay,
Your
I see.
time's a little behind.
Yeah, true.
So let's, to all 7 of you in the chat, we have the White Sox beating the Mets. Who do you have? And tell us, Harrison already put in his guesses. Where are we going to see baseball, major or minor league this year?
It could be Brewers games. It could be...
Oh, no Philadelphia. No.
Yeah, but we're not going to count Philadelphia because
yes.
we live here. We're going to be going to games here.
I mean, you can count. And no Philadelphia Phillies. Let me make that clear. Because who knows minor leagues?
I mean, we've got... To tell you how many minor league teams and independent league teams that we are surrounded by, I put together a map.
Yeah, he did.
Of all of the minor league teams
I mean, we barely have anything
that are close to us.
playing for minor leagues.
If this gives you
Like
any
almost nothing playing for
ideas,
minors.
just to tell you what this is going to look like.
Did you make a national map of them
No,
all? Oh, okay.
no. Now I'm trying to remember how to be able to share a screen.
Share.
That's how we do that.
And share screen.
Uh-huh.
So we are doing this for the first time.
So please bear with us.
Yes.
Okay, we're going to share the entire screen. Oh, this is the... Actually, this is the whole map. That's not the one I want. I want the one that we created of what's nearby, which includes, let's see, the Philadelphia Plus baseball map, we're calling this.
This is...
Okay, here, we're going to display this in a particular way, and you're going to be able to see just what's close to us, number one. You will be able to see just what is close to us by itself. So bear with me here while we do this. Okay.
We do have some stadiums on other stuff because, let me do that. Oh, no, we don't want that. There we go.
Okay.
And let me get rid of the banner so you can see us more.
All right. You can now see on our map all the different options of what's within just a 7-hour drive or less. I mean, everything from...
We don't have that much in Virginia, but we do have...
Right.
Some... We don't have everything in New York or whatever, but we have just stuff.
Yeah, I mean, we've got, just for example, the batches of what's within a single day's drive.
Just look at that.
All these teams, you have Baltimore Orioles, New York Mets, the Yankees, Pittsburgh Pirates, Washington Nationals. Yes, the Pirates are 5 hours away, but so that'd be an overnight trip.
I mean, we did last year.
We are hoping, time TBA, to be able to travel south to see relatives in North Carolina. That puts us in the range of the Charlotte Knights. Head back up in the AAA realm. The Lehigh Valley, one of the great names, the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs.
Yes.
You can't roast these pigs for Pig Festival. And the Scranton Wilkes-Barre Rail Riders.
Love that name as well.
The AA down in Maryland. The Bowie Bay Sox. The Harrisburg Senators in the state capital. The Reading Fightin' Phils. Another fantastic name. And the Yankees Club, the Somerset Patriots.
Oh, okay.
The A+ level. The Aberdeen Ironbirds.
Love
Samovi,
this
if you're
iron
watching.
stuff.
Probably named after Aberdeen, Scotland. And yes, some connections to Cal Ripken. The Brooklyn Cyclones. We talked about that in our game plan series
by the way,
about going to go see them.
We're not on the screen because it kind of looks messed up. So
that's okay.
That's why.
That's okay. The Jersey Shore Blue Claws are going to be close to us. The Wilmington Blue Rocks. We've seen them play already. They're a half hour away. We could very easily go to any of those games.
I have a jersey and a bobblehead from there.
You've got nearby. Let's see. These are going to be more if we can catch some games down in the south. Nearby down in the south, Jersey. Actually, it's more in Delaware. I should say. Delmarva.
That's Maryland.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Maryland.
The Brewers Class A affiliate, the Carolina Mudcats.
Yep, down south.
The Down East Wood Ducks. The Fayetteville Woodpeckers. There's a lot of wood down there. The Kannapolis Cannonballers. I just love that name. The
Great
Cannonballers.
Great name.
I'd love to see them play. The Myrtle Beach Pelicans. We may be traveling to that neck of the woods. And then you've got all your independent league teams. Back in my wife's hometown of Charleston, West Virginia, the Charleston Dirty Birds.
Used to be the Power.
The Gastonia Honey Hunters, if we travel to North Carolina. The Lancaster Barnstormers. The Long Island Ducks.
Long
Island. That's how they say it.
Long Island Ducks. Oh, we have a comment.
Uh-oh. Let's see. The New Jersey Jackals among them.
Oh, Dave and Kathy Hyde, hello. We are talking about baseball. He predicted the Mets over the White Sox. I predicted the White Sox over the Mets
in the World Series. So we've got a contest going.
Yes.
We want all of you who are watching within the next 24 hours to predict where we are going to see baseball this year.
Let's not give them any more hints. Let's.
I don't know. We'll just run down the possibilities. Okay. If you predict successfully where we are catching games, Major League, Minor League, it could involve the Brewers, might not involve the Brewers if it's Major League. We don't count Philadelphia because we live here, so it's obvious we're going to games there. If you successfully predict where we're going, you're getting postcards.
Yes.
You're getting postcards. We have more teams to run through.
I know, I'm going back.
Okay. We've got...
There we go. Now you can see us.
The New York Boulders, the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs.
Love that name.
I want a blue crab sandwich at that place. The Staten Island Ferry Hawks are back as an independent league team. The Sussex County Miners, very close to us now.
Thunder.
The Trenton Thunder are back.
In the MLB Draft League, whatever that is.
Yep.
The Black Bears are independent?
They are now an independent league team. No, they're
a draft league.
Yeah, exactly.
What does that mean?
It's an independent league team that is affiliated with baseball. Where
Nico, right here in the comments, Harrison.
It could be in the comments, either here live, or it could be in the regular comments. You can go either way.
Only 24 hours past 8:30 p.m. on April 9th.
Eastern,
though.
yeah.
Eastern.
And, of course, the York Revolution. We also have college baseball near us.
Oh, that's true. The Blue Hens.
The Delaware Blue Hens. The Marshall Thundering Herd in my wife's home state.
Go Herd.
We can catch some games out there before the college baseball season's done.
We got to wait a while to see their new stadium.
Yeah.
We got to wait until next year.
The Penn Quakers so close to us.
Hold on, Dave and Kathy Hyde. Okay, can you specify on New York?
Yankees or Mets?
Yes, or both. Can you specify there?
Okay. The St. Joseph's Hawks. We could go see them. And will they have that hawk mascot?
Never dies.
Which will keep flapping through 27 innings if it goes 27 innings.
That's crazy.
The Villanova Wildcats, whose mascot does not flap.
And the Let's Go Mountaineers!
Let's go Mountaineers! So.
Oh, but don't forget, they're also the St. Peter's Peacocks.
True.
We don't have that on the map because they weren't on the map until. Now why do I feel like I hear peacock sounds? Oh, wait, New York Mets. Okay, so Dave and Kathy Hyde are predicting Milwaukee, Phoenix, and the Mets.
Okay. We definitely would love to get to Phoenix at some point. And the Mets, Dave and Kathy Hyde.
I mean, we've already been to Phoenix, but we want to get back.
Yeah, by far. By far, we loved going down there for games. All right, we have shown the map.
Okay, well then let's
get
rid of your map.
Now, the factors that are involved, I think we can give factors and help people potentially get involved more with the guesses. We can give factors. There's obviously school for you.
There's your work.
Yep, we're not going to tell. I mean, I can maneuver around days off in many certain circumstances. Okay, now you're saying we have to visit Yankee Stadium, Dave and Kathy Hyde, but are you predicting that we're going to see?
I think so.
Okay. Well, let's let them answer that.
Yes, but I'm not totally sure. Can you get rid of your little screen share thing?
Sure. Hold on. Okay, done.
There we go.
Now, let us know if you're predicting that we're going to go to a game at Yankee Stadium. Let us know that. Now, you are predicting.
Yes, okay.
Boom. Okay, I'll put that on the list. I will put that on our list of guesses.
What other things that factor is where the Brewers play.
If we're going to Brewers games.
Yes, if we're going to Brewers games. But, yeah.
So, and we've discussed this before, that often we have to look at the Brewers schedule and your school schedule.
We have an entire video about that.
Yep.
Back in 2019.
It was like the sixth video we ever did.
Yeah.
So you can go back and check that out in terms of how we make our planning. You also can look at, well, weekends show up. Where could we potentially see games on the weekends? That really opens up the minor league schedule, for example, as well as all those major league stadiums that are close.
Yeah.
So feel free to make guesses based off his school schedule, based off the Brewer schedule, other major league schedules.
But they don't know what my school schedule is.
And we ain't going to tell them what your school schedule is.
That's not, but how can they make any, you're
what's a typical school schedule for a kid your age?
Kind of.
Think like that. Think like that.
Sort of kind of typical. Not super typical, but yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, let's look at that. Let's look at that.
So we are going for we've been going for one or two, and not all of you have commented.
Everyone who's watching, put in the comments where you think we're going to be going to baseball games this year.
You don't even
Major league, minor league, anywhere.
Yeah, and if you are a baseball fan and are just watching because you're watching, just say hello.
And if you are correct, we're going to have to get your addresses because we're sending you postcards.
Yes.
We're sending any winner postcards from where they correctly predicted.
No, don't put your postcard or your addresses in the chat.
No, we'll get that privately.
Yes.
We'll get that privately from you. So
we have many ways of reaching out to our viewers.
Yes.
Multiple ways.
How many games would you guess we're going to go to this year?
Major and minor?
Combined.
Just in general?
Combined. And college. College is close.
Yeah. I'm going to cover because I'll have to think out loud.
Okay.
I have to talk to myself and think about this.
In the meantime, I'll dun 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 dun. I gotta entertain the people while you're thinking.
Sure.
I'll also make my prediction. I am guessing we're going to go to 15 games. We'll be able to get to 15 games this year. Last year, we only got to 4 because of the pandemic.
I think,
And the last non-pandemic season, 2019, I believe we got to 12 games. But we have more teams around us now than we used to.
I'm going to go for a little bit. Oh, hold on. I got to rethink that. I just realized something could be wrong with my guess.
Okay. And here's the beautiful thing about all this guessing game that's going on. We're going to be showing you all these journeys.
Yes, and if you're just
coming up.
And if you're just joining us, you got to follow the Instagram because hopefully we'll be giving you more up-to-date stuff.
Right.
Previews into the videos. So you can get a little sneak peek.
Exactly.
So 20. And I am thinking somewhere around there. I'm gonna make my final guess in a second. Once I do,
I would love to get to 20 games. I don't know if it's gonna happen. I would love to.
let me think about this.
All right.
I'm almost done. I'm almost done.
And again, combine the Brewers schedule, combine the rest of Major League Baseball, combine all those huge list of options we got that we never used to have that were within a day's drive away to be able to make a day trip to go to a game. Combine all those things. It's going to be good. This is going to be a great summer. Great spring, great summer, great early fall to catch baseball. It's going to be so much fun. And pandemic lucky, that's not going to stop us.
Final guess 17.
17 games, I'm saying 15.
Because we know most of our Brewer stuff.
We think.
Oh. I thought we knew.
We think.
I thought we knew, but okay.
We think we know. I'll put it that way.
So now you're behind something for me.
No, it's just unforeseen circumstances.
Okay. But I don't
unforeseen things that could happen.
I don't think we're gonna have any.
Crossing fingers.
I hope not.
Yeah.
So yeah, my final guess is 17 after putting all the stuff we know we're doing into
So we think we know we're doing.
Plus all the other stuff, I kind of come up with an estimate of 17.
Okay.
And when we get off the stream later, I will explain that too.
Understood.
Actually, what I think is going to happen.
Understood.
So yeah, all 5 of you, make sure that you give full guesses.
And everyone watching the replay. Everybody watching the replay.
But it can only be within 24 hours of 8:30 p.m. Eastern on April 9th. So everything closes on April 10th at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. That's when it all closes.
Exactly. And there'll be some, if you get them right, you're getting some postcards.
That's true.
Which, by the way, is going to be a precursor of something that time TBA, time to be announced, time to be determined. We got Patreon coming, and we got merch coming.
And who knows, we might have more in the future. We've been talking about some stuff.
Buy a college coffee, for example. Buy you a college coffee.
Maybe. Well, I was thinking bigger than that, but okay.
Well, I mean, we could have some.
We've been talking some.
We'll see. But I think everything we talked about is within the Patreon and merch realm.
And others. And other stuff. We talked about some other stuff. You already know we talked about other
stuff. I don't.
Oh.
Oh, that. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, now you get it.
I get you.
You got both of those?
I get you.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I get you now.
But that's not immediate.
So, stay tuned for all that. And stay tuned for a bunch of baseball this year.
Yes.
We are going to be doing a boatload of baseball this year. Once again, put your comments in the live chat or in the comments below by 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time, Sunday, April 10th, where we are going to be going to baseball games this year. And if you're right, we will send you a postcard from those locations.
Yes.
I think we got some baseball to watch tomorrow.
Nick, Sorgy Stories merch. I'm in. Nick, you're probably going to get some free merch.
Oh, tell us the merch you want to see us do. As Nick, well, everyone. Nick, tell us the merch you want.
Nick, I'm gonna hook you up with. I'm gonna hook you up with the little free merch.
Just remember, if the more people we hook up, the less we'll be able to afford doing it.
I know.
So
no, Nick gets a special exception because he's a mod. So
I understand, but still, we can't.
I know.
Yeah, we've got to keep our costs down.
Yes.
So, but
we don't want to be spending a lot of money on merch, and then
exactly.
We want to have it so we can make up that money.
Yep. Capiche.
Yes.
Capiche. You want a Sorgy Stories hoodie? Ooh.
I like the idea.
I love that. I love that.
Nick, I'll pay full price.
I appreciate that, but we'll figure that out.
Yes.
We'll figure that out. what we need to do on that end. In the meantime, it's going to be a good baseball season.
Yes.
It's going to be a great baseball season. And we can actually go to games this year, the whole year.
Yes. Go Phillies and go Brewers.
Brew Crew! Brew Crew! This has been the latest edition of Sorgy Stories.
And Sorgy Sports Weekend.
So, in order to catch more of what we're doing, including all our baseball journeys this year and all the videos we're going to be sharing with you from our baseball journeys.
Like, subscribe, and hit that bell.
Ding, ding, ding.
Follow us on Instagram and Facebook, Sorgy Stories. Follow him on Twitter. Lots of sports and other channel stuff coming to you. Sports news, all sorts of stuff coming to you over there. At Jay Sorgy.
In my best possible impersonation of legendary Phillies voice, Harry Callis, for little buddy, I'm Daddy. And Dave and Kathy Hyde are coming with us with polo shirts instead of t-shirts. They are more expensive. We will have to see about the investment.
So long from Sorgy Story Studios in Philadelphia. See you, everybody.